Hey folks, today we're going to continue with Unit 6 with percent change. When we're talking about percent change, we're talking about a percent of increase or a percent of decrease. And what is the change from the given amount expressed as a percentage? There are two ways to calculate this. Percent of increase and then the percent of decrease. So depending on which way it goes, you have a little bit of a different formula. And the only thing that is different is the top lines. On a percent of increase, it's the new amount minus the original amount, because the new one would be larger because it increased. On the percent decrease, that is flip-flopped. It's the original minus the new amount because it decreased. So you're trying to find the difference in the two numbers. And you're wanting those to be positive numbers, not negative numbers. So, in the first example up top here, in 1 year, Braden's height went from 60 inches to 63 inches. What's the percent of increase in Braden's height? So, you have the new minus the original. So 63 minus 60 over top of the original. What was the original? He started from 60. So you put 60 here. And that equals n over 100. And that n over the 100 is going to help us to find the percentage. So 63 minus 60 is 3. And you put that over top of 60. And now we cross multiply and we divide. You have 60n is equal to 300. Divide both sides by 60, and you will have 5. So n, let me find a place to write it without taking up too much room, n equals 5, or 5% increase. Now, let's check out a percent decrease. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, percent decrease. You're going to take the original amount minus the new amount over top of the original. So, Tara purchased a DVD player for $150. She purchased it at $150. 6 months later, it was on sale, or the DVD player was selling for $120. What was the percent of decrease in the new price? So we do the original amount, 150, over top of 120 is equal to n over 100. Oh, let me fix that. Sorry, guys. Here we go. There we go. So 150 minus 120 over top of the original of 150 equals n over 100. That's going to give you 30 over 150. And cross multiply and divide. You have 150n is equal to 3,000. Now, all you do is divide by 150. N will equal 20. So there's a 20% decrease in price. So how do you know when to use an increase or a decrease formula? First off, take a look and see what's going on in the story. Okay, look for those key words of it decreased in price, it increased in price. There can be other words as well. So just keep your eyes open. Let's look at two more examples. Last week, gas prices were $3.53 per gallon. This week, a gallon of price cost $3.28. What's the percentage of change in the price of gas this week? Well, look what happened. You started at $3.53 and then you ended up at $3.28. That's a decrease in price, right? So if it's a percent decrease, you take the original minus the new, which is $3.53, minus 3.28, and then you put that over top of the original, 353, and then that equals N over 100. So it is $3.53 minus $3.28. That's 25 cents. So we have 0.25 cents over top of 353. And I'm not writing the dollar signs in here just so it's less confusing and it's a little bit more open. But just remember we're talking about money and the final price. So now we have 3.53N is equal to 100 times 0.25. And that is 25. Now we divide. And what is 25 divided by 3.53? N will equal $7.08% change. 7.08% change. Let's do one more. Mary recorded the heights of her tomato plants every 2 weeks. The first time she measured, her plants were 18 inches. 2 weeks later, her plants were 22 inches. And what percentage did the new plant height change? Now look where you started from. You started at 18 and they grew to 22. That's an increase, right? Yeah. So you need the new amount, 22 minus 18, over top of the original. Where did you start? You started at 18. And that is equal to N over 100. Do your top math here. 22 minus 18 is 4. Over top of that 18. And now cross, multiply, and divide. You have 18N is equal to 400. And now you divide by 18. 400 divided by 18 gives you 22.2%. There you go. Now, there's a lot more practice problems on the back here, and you can go through those if you'd like. I'm going to cut the video short because some of these videos have been long. If you need some help, then get in contact with us and we'll help walk you through some more of them. If not, take a look back at the video and see if it helps some more. If you feel comfortable, start your exit slip. If you need help, give us a holler. If you successfully get through your exit slip,